So, I've been taking the time to observe and optimize my plant collection. To make my collection more cohesive, I decided to paint the cash pose, which is just basically a fancy word for external pots. And I'm painting them all black. I'm doing this because I feel like it'll better go with the vibe of my flat. So, what do you need? Firstly, paint. I just got what was recommended by my local hardware store, and a paintbrush, another recommendation from the store. And you also need a screwdriver so that you can open the tin. And just plastic bags, these can be reused. Scissors to cut along one side of the bag so that you can lay it flat. And last but certainly not least, the pots that you will be painting. I'm going to move it over to the kitchen because my kitchen has vinyl floors, so it's just so much easier to clean. That being said, I'm still going to lay down the plastic, and this is one I've used previously so you can see that it's got some marks on it. And then I gather all the materials on the plastic. I open the lid with a flathead screwdriver. Then I start to paint. First, I do the outside, and I aim to move the paintbrush in the same direction. This gives it quite a nice texture and makes it look more professional overall because everything is going in the same direction. It looks like you've done it with purpose. Next, I do the underside. And just so it looks nice from all directions, I go a few inches into the edge of the inside and I paint that as well so that from any direction it looks nice. If you can, avoid touching the newly painted areas. I learned to avoid this later, but at the moment I'm not doing so hard. To avoid it, you simply gotta place the pot down on the plastic and brush. And then I go over the outside again to make sure that the brush strokes are evened out. But on the washing up stage, I recommend that you wash your paintbrushes immediately. I'm not a professional, so this is just what I do. But I run it under water first, and then I add a little bit of soap and gently massage it until the water runs clear. And then I leave it on my dish rack to dry completely before storing it away. After a couple of days, the pots are completely dry and I'm ready to get back on it. So I give it a second coat. It is exactly the same process as the last time. I do the outside. The bottom, the inside, and I make sure the brush strokes are even and going in the same direction. When that's all done and dry, this is the final result. So, very exciting, but all of the pots are black now, and I just like it so much more. It genuinely gives me joy to see this. It's been a really fun little project, and it helps me have a collection that I'm quite proud of and that goes with the colour theme of my flat. Comment below if your pots have a colour theme or if you just have different coloured pots. I'm really curious how everyone else curates their own collections. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you and your plants grow well.